Hey, 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 it's a fabulous day. It's Monday morning and we came to slay.
Okay,
Yeah,
go off.
it was good, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't even rehearse that. It just came out
No,
of me.
she absolutely did not. Every time she does something like that on the podcast, I always get so thrown off. I'm like so expecting. Oh, welcome back, guys, for another great Monday of the Blondes. And
Well, welcome back. We love you guys.
yeah, we do. Absolutely.
If you didn't know, I did delete pretty much every podcast. Some of the 2022 ones are coming back, but I'm just a new woman, okay? I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm grown up. I started this podcast. It's been 6 years, right? 5 years.
And Savannah's aged like not physically, but mentally
Mentally,
like 20 years within those 5 years.
Yeah, and I just said some things, so if you heard them and you had that
no, you didn't.
version of Savanna, like, I'm glad you got to experience me then, but the old Taylor is dead, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Or whatever she said. What did she say?
I don't know.
Sorry. The old Taylor is dead. Wait.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
I know.
but
you took your girlfriend in high school to a Taylor Swift pit concert front row, but you won't take me. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It was way easier to get tickets back then.
Oh, yeah, when mom paid for them?
No, okay, yes, but no. I mean, like, I feel like she was big back then, but like now it's like,
huge.
yeah,
it's
people
like
are literally like going to like 10 different concerts, flying around following her.
Yeah, she's honestly a queen. And anytime I'm like, oh, I have so much to do this week, I'm like, Taylor Swift's like performing like 48 songs like on stage every night. So like, I'm fine.
That's fair. That's one way to do it.
That's how you have to do it. You have to always be like someone has it worse.
Minimize your problems.
Yeah. Just like toxic positivity until like you're fine again.
I don't know if that's necessarily healthy, but if it works for you, it works.
Yeah, it's how I do it.
Yeah, until you drop.
Yeah. But then you also like, this is my favorite saying is like, you're always going to be stressed. So it's like, either going to be stressed because you're not booked, you're not busy, or you're not doing all these things, right? Which is awful. Or you're going to be stressed because you have so many things happening. And I would rather have so many things happening.
Absolutely.
See, it's always perspective.
No, if you didn't have anything, it'd be much worse than you having.
Because you're always going to be stressed in life. Like, you're either going to be stressed because like your life's boring and nothing's fun's happening. You're like, oh my God, like I need like something to happen. Or you're going to be stressed because you have too many things happening. So that's me.
We have two sides.
But you get thrown into my chaos.
That's true. That is true.
But guys, we have to hash some shit out today. Donutgate.
If you
know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the wildest thing. Like, usually when people do stuff, they're like, oh my God, like it was an accident, or it was like my social media girl, or like oopsie doopsie, No, this girl's like raw dog owning this shit like it's her own.
Yeah, and we don't normally come on the podcast to talk about
other people,
or just, this isn't even drama, but just like
it's almost like she needs to be locked up in a home.
Yeah, no, this is just like something really scary, and it's kind of like crossing.
It's funny.
But it's crossing the line, because we've talked on the podcast before about, people copying you, and like, there's a fine line between copying and inspiration and making something your own. And so Savannah's had to come to terms a lot with that. She is an influencer, quote unquote, now.
A huge brand yesterday, and I'm going to call them out because they pissed me off. Dermatology, but it's like all spelled without the AEIOU. What are those called?
Vowels.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's been a minute. I dropped out of college, Tyler.
Okay.
I'm good at skincare. But yeah, they dropped the vowels or whatever, but they like copied, my whole segment that I did, like skincare for your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And they just like straight up took it and then like took my name out. And then there were like a bunch of other things that they did too. And I'm just like, okay, like you're a big brand, like do better, like at least give credit,
Yeah,
and I don't even use your skincare.
That's so funny. Some like
one of their Gen
Z interns is being paid to run their social media, and it's just like, I'm going to watch a movie today, so I'll just take Savannah's post.
And she's probably getting paid like a fuck ton of money. You're welcome for your job.
But so yeah, Savanna has had to like come to terms with a lot of, I mean, like we've said before, so many of her followers DM her so much, like a ton of posts of just random small accounts and even like bigger accounts sometimes. But Savannah's had to work really hard to let go of it and be like, you know what, it's like not worth the battle. But
or like, yeah, it's just not worth your peace. It's part of it. It's like, if you're going to be Is your phone on? We're recording the podcast. Phone on silent. The show is starting.
That's crazy. That's never happened before.
I know.
My phone's never on loud. Ever.
That's crazy.
In my whole life, I don't keep it on loud.
I don't think I've ever heard your phone ring in like the 5 years of our friendship.
It was crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't think they heard it, but
that's okay. But anyway, it's just been out of hand lately. Like, I posted a story about it a couple days ago because one of like someone I like consider a friend, like just like copy and pasted like my entire paragraph that I typed out about products. And those take me forever, guys. Like, I spend so much time doing it. And like, it's fine if people are like Botox in a bottle, fill in a bottle, like whatever. Like, that's low hanging fruit. Like, go for it. You know, it's nice if you credit whatever, but you don't have to. But like, taking someone's entire like paragraph and screenshotting it and then copying it and pasting it onto your own story with your hand with the same product it's
next level. Well,
it's plagiarism.
It's
giving
copywriting.
Yeah. And it's not the first I've seen like other smaller accounts, like people send it to me like, isn't this like your paragraph? I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's fine, I don't care, you know. But like, for a friend to do it, and I didn't say anything to her. I probably should, but I'm just not confrontational. So I was just like, you know, if she sees my story, you know, if the shoe motherfucking fits, which it should fit perfectly.
It does, in fact, fit perfectly.
But it's just weird. People are weird. So anyways, that happened. And then last night.
Yeah, this is where.
I'm looking through my DMs and someone sends me a DM of this lady who photoshopped her head onto my body.
Yeah, like a promotional. You guys know the picture.
If you know, you know, because this is actually where this podcast came out.
It's gonna come out tomorrow.
Yeah, which is now.
It'll have been. Yeah,
usually it's like we record these weeks in advance, but like no, like this is fresh off the fucking oven. Okay, this podcast is so fresh, you're gonna burn your fingers.
Yeah, like you will have seen the Instagram story yesterday for you guys, but
like what in the world? So I like message her and I'm like, hey, this is my face, you know, or this is my body. And she doesn't answer. And then, you know, I posted on my story because like, I'm honestly like, I don't call people out for copying me, but like ever.
This is like an invasion of your body. Like,
yeah,
it's like super.
Like, those are my tits, girl.
No.
Like, those are my titties. Those are my bracelets. That's my fingers. Yeah. That's my donut.
Like, it's really.
That's my shirt.
Really.
It's my background.
Scary.
It's my house.
Yeah, that's your house. And so it was like, so Savanna put it up on her story, which I kind of loved. I'm not going to lie.
And Lance was like, don't do it. People are going to think you're a bully. I'm like, I'm not bullying her. I didn't call her any names. I just said, question mark, question mark. That's my body.
Yeah.
And, you know, usually like with stuff like that, like, you know, Savanna's been in trouble in the past because my followers are mean and they're bulldogs. And like, to be fair, they were not mean. They were funny. It was funny.
In her comments. Yeah, so they went to her comments.
But also, okay, there's a difference. Sometimes you need that because why would you sit in your head and be like, you know, I don't have any good pics of myself. You know what? I'm just going to take this girl's body and just Photoshop my head on it. Like, if you think that's okay, like in your head, you're like, no, that's fine. You should get bullied. You need to get, like, you need that. Like, you need that to, like, maybe make you realize, like, that you're fucking weird and that's wrong.
Let's rephrase bullying to tough love.
Tough love.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need.
You mean like because and this is the thing is like if you don't say something, then these people are just like they're like, no, that's normal. Like no, there's not like the fact that she like sat there, literally put her head on my body and was like, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just gonna post it. She'll never see it.
Yeah.
And then like I get sent like 80 messages and being like, girly pop, this is your body.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know. Like to that point, like when people copy my charts, whatever. But this felt invasive. I'm like, those are my like you're literally your head's on my tits, babe. Like that's my body. And so, anyways, my followers, you know, obviously commented and they're like, that's weird. This is Savanna's body, blah, blah, blah. And then she just blocks everybody.
No, and funny, like, so the post, I think, had been up for, like, almost 24 hours whenever Savanna had seen it. And so we go to the comment, like, the original comments on it. People are like, you're so beautiful. Like, it had 3 comments, but it was like, you're so beautiful. You look so great. And she's like, thank you so much, babe. And it's like, that's not you. What do you mean, thank you?
And left no crumbs. Yeah, she left no crumbs because it wasn't her.
Yeah, and then, like, you could, like, it was photoshopped so horribly. Like, the bottom of this woman's her hair was just in like chunks at the bottom of the screen. You could still see Savanna's hair right next to the donut, And
so this is the best part.
Yeah, this is where it gets worse.
This is the best part.
You didn't think it could get worse.
It's just gaslight. She's like, I'm going to gaslight everyone. She's honestly, like, it's AI, babe. She like, because one of my followers sent me a screenshot and she's like, it's AI, babe. Like, no, like I got this image from AI. Like AI created this image for me.
Basically saying that Savanna,
that my picture's AI.
That Savanna used the same AI whatever.
Yeah, like I use the same AI app as her to like generate that photo and that it's not my photo.
And so she like sent this we got like, again, the followers sent Savanna screenshots. And so the lady did the same picture and then put it into AI. So she had like 6 different photos, but all the AI ones looked like AI. Like her hair was not choppy like it was photoshopped. Like it was like you could see the clear difference between the one that she absolutely photoshopped onto Savanna's body, and you could see the real AI pictures of where like you could tell that like an AI had done it. Like it wasn't choppy. It was completely fine. And so it's just like, how are you gonna like do something, honestly, I'm gonna be mean, like so embarrassing. Like that is like, I would be mortified if I were her and she was like, nah, I'm gonna double down like this. I've made my bed, I'm asleep in it.
And then she reposted it with my hand and my donut, but in a different dress.
Yeah, she reposted it with an actual AI photo, but it's just like that. It's like, really scary. And I posted on my story, if any of you guys follow me, like I was like, she's wearing your skin, bestie. Like this is like horror movie stuff to me. Like that's taking it too far. It reminds me of a horror movie where like someone's gonna come. Thing.
If somebody literally did a photo shoot, right, and like had a donut, like I'd be like, whatever. Like she was inspired by me. That's fine. Like I don't care. Like I don't own. Like I copied Hailey fucking Bieber. Okay, let's be so real. Like I definitely copied Hailey Bieber.
I don't know what you're talking about,
because she like has her like glazed fluid or whatever, and she took a picture with a donut, and it was so cute. And I was like, that's a cute idea. Like I'm gonna do that. So like, yeah, I was inspired by Hailey Bieber.
Okay.
That's fine. If someone took a picture with the donut the same way I did, like,
cute. That's fine. This.
But if you Photoshop your head on my body, that's where the line gets crossed. It's not copying. This isn't copying. This is like next level, like scary.
Yeah.
And so that's why I post it, because I would never do that. If someone took a photo shoot with a donut, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like, no, that's mean girl energy. I wouldn't do that. Like, you take a picture of the donut, girly, go off.
Yep.
Go off. That's fine. So I hope you guys you see where we're coming from that. If you don't, then you're probably unwell like she is, and you guys should be best friends.
Oh my God. No, I was actually terrified. I think you were like in shock at first.
Well, I thought it was really funny because I'm like, it has to be like a joke, but no, this girl like is so set. Like, but the thing that actually makes me mad is that she's trying to be like, no, Savanna used the same AI. Like, no, babes, like these are the like auto-populated posts. Like, no, that body is like an AI thing. Like,
like you're like, funny, I had a 13-hour photo shoot to get these pictures. Like
the audacity to just be like, raw dog, like let's just repost it in a different dress.
Yep, she absolutely reposted it, turned her comments off. Honestly, it's crazy because
no, I'm scared of her. I'm literally not going to New York now because that's where she is. I'm scared.
No, but like
you're gonna come with me with like some, what are those things called, nunchucks?
And like I don't know how maybe she like looks at my profile. She doesn't follow me. I didn't tag her in anything, and somehow like she blocked me. And I have like a Finsta that I used in high school that I just still have on my phone. And I like I was like, oh, she blocked me. That's weird. So I went on my Finsta and like she blocked that too. I'm like, how did she find these accounts? Like they're not connected with the same email or anything. So I was like, we thought she'd deleted her Instagram at first. And I was like, honestly, maybe you should, but
anyway, that's Donutgate.
Yeah, that's Donutgate. But it was a very interesting, and we were on our way to like a 2-year-old's birthday party, just like screaming in the car.
Because it was just hilarious. Like, who does that?
No, I did not find it. I found it
more funny. I think you were a little bit more like scared.
I was scared. Like, because
I was just laughing
because
it's
I already
just ridiculous.
Get scared of like the things of like, just like with you getting bigger and bigger, like people like showing up to your house or just stuff like that's what happens to people who get bigger. So like when these creepy things start happening, I'm like, no, I don't like the direction this is going. We need to nip this in the bud.
Like this is not okay.
Absolutely not.
But anyway.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this little
tidbit. What else is new?
I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, life. I just got named yesterday the principal ambassador for BioJuve and for SkinPin, which is so exciting. So principal, I guess, is also like the head ambassador, which is pretty cool.
Congratulations, Bessie. You deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely deserve it.
It's exciting. Like, I feel like I'm catching these ambassador titles like Pokemon right now, which is fun and really exciting. But again, like, see, this just goes back to like, you're either stressed because you don't have a lot going on, or you're stressed because you do, because becoming an ambassador, it comes with ties, man. Like, not really, but it does, because then you like have more speaking opportunities and more like, you know, things that they want you to do for the brand.
They want you to represent the brand
more. So it's just like a lot more happening.
And whenever you do that with 6 brands and you work 5 days and
do 13 clients a day and do your own
social media
and podcasts.
And you're also partnered with, what is it? IECSC. And so you have to speak like 4 times a year. Yeah. So
it's okay. It's all blessings though, because guess what? Taylor Swift can do it. I can do it too. You know?
Tie it back always. If Taylor can do what she does, I can do what I do. I'm literally like this compared to her. So she's queen. Yeah. But apparently after she speaks, she doesn't talk to anyone for like 24 hours until she has to sing again. So maybe I'll do that. Oh, I can totally see that.
She's mute.
Well, makes sense. I mean, she's earning like $1 billion or something off this tour. Like, I'd be mute for a year or two.
I would probably hire someone to like speak for me.
Or have like that computer.
Yeah. That like just speaks. Like, that's where AI would come in handy.
Absolutely. See, that's what you guys should use AI for, not to Photoshop your body onto other people.
Insane. So let me see. I have like little notes.
But yeah,
because so many fun things. We can talk about this morning.
This morning, what?
Tyler and I drove separately today. It was the first time we've ever drove separately from the podcast.
Yeah.
And this man in this truck kept trying to get in between us, and I was about to throw hands because I started my period in the car too on the way to the podcast today. And so I just like was having a rough morning, okay? And then I woke up this morning and I had so many nightmares last night, and I sweated so much, and I got a new mattress and I hate it. Sorry, but I don't love my mattress. It's like not it, because I'm so used to it. But over time, it's supposed to get softer. It's just like new, so it's like firm, so it doesn't feel like my old mattress that's like 2 years old, because it's like worn in, you know? Like when you have your mattress and it's just worn in, and then you get a new mattress and you have to just wear it in, it's like jeans. It's like when you put on jeans for the first time and they're tight and you like need to do like some like lunges and stuff to get them warmed up. So this new mattress, just throwing up my sleep, okay?
Yeah, and I think also like the heat or something in the house was on, because okay, Texas, if you guys don't know, literally will go from being like 30 degrees one day and then like 80 degrees the next day. And so like I feel like the air conditioning was not set on what it should have been. So like this morning,
I went through menopause. I don't know. It was like dripping sweat. I was like, when I woke up.
No, I know. Like I sleep in the guest bedroom, and I went into her bedroom and I was like, bed's a little down.
It's so hot.
But yeah, we drove separately today for the first time ever, and Savanna was making it so clear that she was following me. There was this truck that was like behind us or like next to us basically the whole way down the highway. And Savanna was like, just when I would change lanes, she would change lanes, blah, 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 blah. And this truck tried to get in between us. And Savanna literally, we pulled up to a light when she had to be right next to him, because she like...
He was playing some really good Travis Scott music though.
So you forgave him?
Yeah.
Because of his music?
Yeah, but I mean, he was rude. But anyways, my dreams last night, guys. Oh my God. I think there's like a reoccurring theme of me being out of control in my dreams, because the first dream that I had, there were like 20 alligators or crocodiles. I'm not quite sure what they were.
Okay.
One of the two. And they were in this gymnasium, like a school gymnasium. And there were all these stray dogs in there, and they were just eating these dogs up. And I was on the outside, like through the little window crack, of the door. And I was just trying to get in and save those dogs, save them. And I couldn't get in.
Did they look like Fitz and Millie?
No.
Okay.
They were stray dogs.
Who says that? Oh, you think your dogs are too good to be stray?
You think a sheepadoodle would be a stray dog?
I'm about to make 2 stray dogs.
No, but it was scary. And then I had an awful dream that I was driving. Do you ever have these? Well, you don't dream.
I don't dream.
Which is so weird.
Really? Not really. I don't know why. I mean, I guarantee I do, but
You just don't remember them?
I must stop dreaming like 30 minutes before I wake up, and then I don't know.
We should do a sleep study on you.
Okay. And there are a lot of people that don't dream.
I wonder what Cyrus dreams about.
Probably like a slide and like riding on my shoulders. Like, I don't know.
I always want to know. Like, I wish I could get inside his little brain and like see what he dreams about. Like, I feel like it'd be so cute.
Or like Fitz and Millie.
What if he had like dreams of like killing me and Lance?
Or like The Office. No, he does not.
What if he did?
But he doesn't.
Mm.
He is crazy. Not that crazy though.
Yeah. Anyways, then I
You were,
had
like,
this dream driving, and I always have this dream, like probably like once a month, where I'm like driving in my car and like I just can't control my car, and I'm just hitting everything, like buildings, cars, people, trees, like, and I'm just like, you know, going over the medium, like, and it's just so stressful. My car won't stop, and I just like I can't get a control of it, like I just keep hitting stuff. So that was really scary. And then I had a dream that someone dyed my hair like white, and I think honestly it's because I had. Do you see my first gray hair? Look at it. You see it? It's like up in here somewhere. Anyways, I have my first gray hair and I'm spiraling, but it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. Age is a part of life, you know?
I have like 70 gray hairs. So.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that makes me feel better. Because you're younger than me. Yeah. Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways, I had a dream my whole hair was white and no one could fix it. And they're like, sorry, like, we can't help you. Like, this is who you are now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I just had like white hair. And then my very last dream was that I was on an airplane, like a very small plane. Okay. Crashes into the ocean and it slowly fills up with water and I can't get out and I just die. And then I woke up.
So do you think like sweating or like being hot in your sleep can cause
nightmares? Yes. I think the more heat, someone DM'd me that. They were like, because I said I like woke up sweaty with all these nightmares and they were like, if you're like sleeping too hot, like it triggers nightmares.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're like uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. And then someone said that like alligators eating dogs, like in my dream is like the dog is like innocence in me. And then the alligators are like bullies. And so like in my dream, like that's happening.
Okay.
And then someone says if I dream of me dying, that means that I was going to die, but I avoided death. And so it showed the death that I was supposed to experience showed up in my dream. I don't know if I believe that. I love my followers because I'm like, wow, you guys have so much insight. Yeah. Like, I love you guys. You seriously, like, I love seeing what people say back to me. But yeah, so then I woke up in a tizzy and then we drove here and, you know, the floodgates opened for me. And it's so funny because every week before my period, like every time, I always forget because I'm so busy. Like my life, you guys, like not to be like, I'm so busy, but like I'm so busy. I'm like a busy girl, a very busy girl. So I don't really have time to like think about my body or my health. Like I'm kind of just like a shell, you know, I'm like a workhorse. And so I don't really think about things like, oh, like my period's going to be next week. Like that doesn't like my brain, I just don't go there. Like I just live life. I wake up, I do what I need to do like a robot, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up and I do the same thing. Very little time for me to think about my health and wealth and mental health or anything. And so I'm like, this whole last week, I'm like, I am on the verge of a mental breakdown. I want to burn down the spa. I want to burn down my house. Like, I just want to move away. Like, I hate everything. And then I started my period today, and I'm like, oh, live, laugh, love, being a girl. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah, we were getting bagels before we came here, and she was like, I want you to have a period so bad. She always does this. She wishes me to experience, like if she broke her leg, she would like take a hammer to my leg too. Just so the first time I was with her that she got Dissolver Hylenex.
Yeah.
She literally asked her injector. I was with her. She said, can I pay for a vial of Hylenex for Tyler? I don't have any filler in my face. She wanted to buy Hylenex to put in my face just so I could experience it. So that's a little quirk about Savanna. She wants me to be an empath for her.
I just want you to feel what I feel, bestie. That's all. I bleed, you bleed.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think it's funny every time she does it. The Hylenex one was my favorite one, though, because it's just such a ridiculous.
You should tell them my sweet thing I said to you. My like pickup line. I said, if you were a bagel, you'd be my everything. You'd be an everything bagel because you're my everything.
That is sweet. Yeah.
But last night, he was cheating on me.
No,
dancing with so many different women.
I was actively trying not to dance, and Savanna was basically pulling me by my ear onto the dance floor.
No, Marlo was.
No, you were. I could have escaped it, and then, like, because Marlo was not, I'm not Marlo's focus. I could have been sitting on the table with my vodka cran just fine.
But we went to her son's birthday party. So Marlo is one of our really good friends. She's also my Skin Better rep. And our sons are like 4 weeks apart. And she had a country western themed birthday party last night. Lance freaking bought boots for our 2-year-old's birthday party.
Oh, he bought cowboy boots. He bought a paisley western shirt.
Did he buy jeans too? I think he bought western jeans too.
Yeah, he bought western jeans. He really went off. I said, I am absolutely not spending $1 on cowboy boots for a party. Because men's cowboy boots like start at like $150, $200 at like Kohl's, let alone like going to like an actual
even Walmart. They're so expensive.
Yeah, so I was like, I will never wear cowboy boots. I'm pretty sure we've had a podcast before where I told Savanna that like cowboy is not in, and we like argued about how cowboy boots is not
in.
Do you remember
for the
that?
girls. For the girls.
Do you remember? You were like, it is fashion.
It is fashion.
Okay.
So I already had some. So I was like in the clear.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And they did 2-step country western dancing.
And
spinning. And Tyler danced with like everyone.
No, I danced with Marlo's best friend and I danced with Marlo.
I know.
And I danced with you.
He did dance with me. We were really bad.
And then typical Savanna and I, we just like escaped the party because there's so many people. And we went inside with his grandma, with Marlo's mom and like his aunt, or Charlie's like great aunt and stuff, and we were just chilling.
We were chilling with the grandmas.
Yeah, and we were opening like Charlie's gifts and playing with Charlie.
Yeah,
while everyone outside is partying hard.
I know. We're like, we're gonna hang with the Grams.
Yeah, because this was like, it was a half and half party. Like it was like half. It started at 6 p.m. So like the first half is for Charlie and like doing cake and stuff like that. And then
the adults.
Then it's like an adult party afterwards when it's Charlie's bedtime. So we hung out with Charlie up until it was his bedtime, and then
Homeboy didn't have a bedtime. He stays up till like 12.
It was crazy. I was like, sorry. I walked in the house to go to the restroom, and I was like, he's still awake. It was like 9 o'clock.
I know.
I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, he likes to party hardy, Charlie.
I'm pretty sure we went to bed before he did that.
Probably. Oh, for sure. But the party was fun. I'm trying to think what else exciting and new has happened to us lately. I went to Florida ICSC, and then I went to Miami ICES. I guess I can divulge into that. Did I even really talk to you about my Florida trips? They kind of feel like a blur. I went to Florida twice in October.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't even. What even happened?
You went shark diving?
Oh my god, my shark dive.
Wait, I feel like we talked about it.
No, we haven't been here since.
No. Okay. No, I'm thinking of the Manta eagle race.
Yeah, wrong sea animal, babe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did my shark dive. I have all my limbs. I'm alive. It was so fun. Oh my god. So sharks are like one of my favorite animals, and I also am kind of scared of them, but not anymore. But I wanted to see a hammerhead shark really bad, but like the one shark I was like, I don't want to see is a bull shark, because bull sharks are notoriously like more aggressive. And yeah, I mean, it's a bull shark. They're like kind of mean, right? And so we like go out, and it's a private tour, because I was like, I don't want anyone else in the water with me besides my personal assistant, Maria, because I take pictures and stuff. I'm like, I don't want some like random man like in my pics, you know, like I want it to be special. Which, by the way, I had to pay $200 for their photo packet, and they were awful. And my GoPro, our pictures and videos from the GoPro are so good. Like, so good. But anyway.
Funny.
I don't know why. But anyways, so we get there, and this man just starts like chopping off fish heads and throwing them into the middle of the ocean. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. And then I see this big like shark come up and like grab it. And I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm good, love. Like, just kidding. Let's go back. Like, let's just watch from the boat. And then like 5 more come up. And I'm like, what kind of sharks are they? He's like, bull sharks. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm okay. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, no, you're fine. I'm like, am I fine? And he's like, we haven't had a shark bite in 13 years.
Hey, I don't like that. I don't like 13 years. It should have been ever. That was the only right answer. If I was there and he said 13 years, I would not have gotten in that water.
Well, anyway.
He should have lied.
He was like, he's like, be very still when you're in the water. And I was like, why? And I was like, are they going to bite me if I like move around too much? He's like, no, they'll actually leave because they think that you're competition. So they're little pussies, okay? These sharks, like they're...
Until they're not.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Because I was confused because they're all of these like fish, because fish are cannibals and they eat each other. It's insane. It's really crazy. Just like the bird that ate Lance's eggs in Hawaii. Like all of these animals are like cannibals.
But are they really cannibals?
Yes.
No, because like you're classifying all fish. Like that's like saying we're animals because like other animals we eat are mammals. Like, do you think tuna's eating tuna? I don't think so.
No, you're right. They're eating smaller fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
so I feel like it's not cannibals.
I like your perspective and I respect it.
No, it's right.
I know. You're always right, babe. Okay. But anywho, these fish were eating the fish. And I was like, there's so many like live fish. Like, why is this bull shark not eating the live fish? And they said because they're lazy and that they only want to go after things that are struggling and dying. So most of the time when people get attacked by sharks, it's because they're acting like an injured animal. So don't act like an injured animal and you won't get bit. And then also too, he said with my GoPro, I can't like lean my arm out too much because it sends out electromagnetic currents and like a fish and that'll try to bite it and that. So I have to keep it very close to my body. So I was like holding it like right up to my chest.
You could hear your heartbeat on the video.
For real. I was like, okay. So anyways, there's like 5 or 6 bull sharks just like going at these like the fish chum in the water. And I'm just like, and then all of a sudden on the other side of the boat, Brittany comes. I named her that, Brittany the bull shark, and she's fucking huge, okay? She's like 8 feet, 600 pounds, massive, and all the other sharks leave. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about having like one big bull shark versus having like 6 like medium-sized ones.
Yeah.
But I actually was okay with it because I felt like if there were so many sharks in the water at the same time as me, like I would have to be like checking like my 3 o'clock and 12 o'clock like all the time. But like with just one, I could just focus on where she was, where she's going, and like if she's trying to bite me, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, you kind of almost black out. It's like the most peaceful experience. Like, yes, you do. Like you're just like once you get in the water, like I was so scared. Like I fully expected like at the second my foot went in the water, just like the shark to come from the other side of the boat and just like come and like bite me. But they really don't want to eat you. Like sharks truly don't want to eat you. They don't.
What was the water super cold?
It wasn't too bad. I had a life jacket on because it was easier to float, so I could look easier, and also warmth. So it was like double. I'm like float and warmth. Okay. So that's great. But it was a little cold. Maria had never snorkeled before, so she was having like a really hard time breathing in the snorkel, which is kind of funny to watch. But no, it was good. It was just kind of annoying. They wouldn't let me get off the rope and like swim with her. And the one Zoe did. So you guys have probably heard Zoe on my podcast before. She doesn't work for me anymore, sadly. She actually went to start a mattress company with her mom and dad. The mattress that she gave me that's very firm, but it will be fine. I just need to get adjusted. It's just I am a creature of habit, and I've had the same mattress for the last 2 years, and it's worn in, and I loved it. But I'm trying to be a supportive friend and support her business, and I do like it. It just needs to loosen up a bit, okay?
No, it looks really nice.
But anyway, Zoe got like the offer she couldn't resist, and she has to work from home and like work like 2 hours every day and make like
girl literally
4 times the amount she made from working for me.
Never worked.
So it's all on good terms, but I do miss her at SBA a lot. But Lauren, who's my new client coordinator, is absolutely amazing, and I love her too. But I do miss Zoe's energy. She made me laugh a lot. But she copied me and went on a shark dive. And she was talking to this guy who was like really into sharks. And
he's like a surfer boy in Florida.
Yeah, she went to go visit him, and they did like a shark dive together. And she went to one sketchy one, okay, which is what I'm gonna do next year. That like one of the sketchy ones, because they let her just like free swim,
like grab onto the back of the
she
shark.
Literally like was holding its fin. I'm like, okay, and they're like, don't get off the rope. 2 hands on the rope at all times. But also she swam with a silky shark, which are like little bitch sharks. Okay, like I swam with a bull shark.
Okay, so who really won?
Me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't have won. I don't think I could have done it. Like I was a little scared. Like every time the water would take the rope like closer to them, like where they were feeding Brittany, I was like getting my little butt back. I'm like, let's go back with my little flippers.
Savannah like sent this video from her GoPro, and it was so scary. Like the shark would not be there 1 second, and then like the second later, it would like swim and just attack a group of fish. Like
no, it was not attacking the fish. It wouldn't eat the fish. I told you this.
I will find the video and show you.
It
when we're
never
done.
ate a live fish because I was so confused. I'm like, homegirl has like all of these fish because all the fish were eating the chum in the cage. I was cageless, by the way, but there's like they have like a box of chum, and all of like the chopped up fish in this box just to like draw the shark in. And then they like also like there's a guy on the boat like just chopping like fish heads off and throwing them in the water. And this fish head came right in front of my face. And then all of the little guts, I got a pimple from it. I swear. Maria got one on her neck because like my eyes smell, you guys, like a dead fish when I got out of the water because it was all in my hair. Okay, I'm watching.
It like attacked that school of fish.
No,
Look.
it's trying to. It didn't bite it.
That was thrashing around trying to bite them.
Okay.
Yeah, proven wrong. Because that scared me because it literally was not there 1 second and then it just appeared thrashing and I was like, absolutely not.
But she never actually ate a live fish. She was going after the dead ones.
I mean, like you said, you blacked out.
Okay. Listen. Anyways, Tyler said if I had like terminal cancer, was dying, or like, you know, had like 3 months to live, he wouldn't do it with me.
Nope. And I had Savanna talk to my mom, and my mom said, absolutely not.
And I was like, okay, Jackie, when you die, I'm taking Tyler.
No, literally.
You can haunt me from heaven, whatever.
Because that's...
It was great. But anyways, if you guys are ever in Florida, you should definitely do it. Jupiter Beach, there's many companies that do it. I did it with I did it with Florida Shark Diving. Zoe did hers with Shark Addicts.
Okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't that expensive.
Shark Addicts sounds more thrill-seeking. It's like Shark Addict.
She told me it was called Shark Attack first, and I was like, they would never name it that. And she's like, wait, no, it's Shark Addicts. And I was like, yeah, no one, I would never go see a shark dive with a company called Shark Attack.
Yep.
No thanks.
No.
But anyway, guys, it was a good time. I will be doing this every time before I speak at West Palm. So I'm very excited for next year. And hopefully Maria still works for me then, because if not, I'm going to have to like literally be like whoever's going to be my personal assistant. Like first question is, will you go shark diving?
That's on the interview.
Yeah. Like, would you shark dive with me?
That's so funny.
But it was a good time and the show was really good. So Face Reality had their supplement launch. I spoke for my class.
And then you guys we're talking to next week's episode will be with the formulators.
Yeah, an R&D research and development team
of Face Reality for the supplements. So stay tuned for that.
Urvaz and Nancy. They're so sweet. I love them both. And then I spoke for Skin Better, which was really cool. It was like an interview style, just about my journey and aesthetics. And it was such a good time. And then I met with Ali from Anfisa. And we are doing something really cool coming up soon together, a collab, which I can't say too much because I signed an NDA. But stay tuned. I'm really excited. And then I also went to dinner with David and his wife, Sheer, from BioRepeal, which was wonderful. And then I actually spoke for BioRepeal in Miami with David, which was really cool. Yeah,
I didn't hear anything
they're
about
amazing.
That was a quick trip.
Oh, it was so quick. Miami was so quick. I'm trying to think of anything like interesting happened other than me getting like 87 blisters. I'm like the most blister-prone bitch you'll ever meet.
That guy.
Who?
On the beach.
The crackhead?
No.
What? Who? What guy?
That guy.
That was in West Palm.
Yeah, the guy.
Oh
on
my
the
God.
beach.
That story.
I'm trying to think of things that happened.
I'll go through my blister story first. So first of all, this Miami Convention Center. I have beef with the Miami. I guess I now understand why someone commented a review on my podcast that said I'm negative. I'm thinking I'm pretty fucking negative, but I'm not. It's just life. My life, I just have like anything bad that can happen usually happens to me, guys.
You know what they say?
What?
You attract what you give.
I give the best energy.
No, you do. You really do.
But it's just what happened. Like, I'm not trying to be negative, but fuck the Miami Convention Center. Like, honestly, it is huge. Okay. It is like bigger than the White House, first of all. And they don't give you any, maybe it's ICS's fault, honestly, the aesthetic show, because they don't give you any direction. They're just like, go to the Miami Convention Center. You're like, great. And me and Maria were so close and we're like, we're going to be healthy girlies. Like, we're just going to walk.
Okay.
And I'm in heels, okay?
Oh,
we're like, we're going to walk. And so we go, we try to open the door, it's locked, okay? And this guy is like, are you here for the convention? We're like, yeah. And he's like, all the way up the stairs. So there's like 7 flights of stairs to get to the top, right? No escalator, nothing. I take my shoes off because I'm like, fuck that. And I just walk all the way up. We go in there and it's like some like team leadership conference. I'm like, this is not the right show. And then I'm so confused. And then like all of these people start walking up that look like they're going to the aesthetic show. And I'm like, it's not here. And they're like, oh my God, he sent us here. And then I called David and there's like 3 minutes till my class. Okay. 3 minutes at this point. He's like, hey, where the hell are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like crying. I'm like, I don't know where I am. I'm lost. Come pick me up. I'm scared, Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know where you are either. What do you see? And I'm like, palm trees. And he's like, that's not helpful, babe. Like, it's not helpful. I'm like, I see trees. I see stairs. I don't know where I am. I see a river. And he's like, that's not a river. That's a lagoon. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, walk around the lagoon. So I'm like, all right. So I take my shoes off. I'm walking around the lagoon. And then finally we get there and I'm like running and I have like pit stains and I'm sweating. And then I get up on stage and there's no PowerPoint. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I just have to like free speak for an hour and a half. And that's what I did because David got really mad because the owner of the show didn't have like his PowerPoint setup thing. And he was so impressed with me. And I'm actually glad that happened because a lot of people were talking shit about me and being like, Savannah's just an ambassador for Buy Repill because she has a bunch of followers, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, sometimes I wish I could take all of my following away because it really frustrates me when people just attribute me to being like good at social media or just like, oh, like we want you to speak about branding and social media. And I'm like, I'm so much more than that. Like, yes, I'm good at that, but I'm also very intelligent when it comes to skincare, nothing else.
You do know skin.
Like I know skin so well. And that's the thing David would say to these people that would like DM him like nasty stuff about me. He'd be like, I could literally throw Savanna in a room with nothing and she could just speak on the technology, every single ingredient in the product, the science, the mechanism of action, and she could just do it off the top of her head. And he always would say that to people. And then we like made a joke about it all weekend because we were like, he's like, I always say that. And then look, like, you know, they fucked us over at the show and you were able to go up there and just you don't need to read off of anything. Like I just straight up stood up there and just spoke.
You don't really like to read off of things.
I hate reading stuff. That messes me up.
You don't like PowerPoint.
No, because I memorize stuff. I have a really good memory. And if I am doing something often, my brain just like memorizes it, you know?
Absolutely.
So anyway, I was a little stressed, but I was like, thank God I know what I'm talking about, you know? And so I just spoke from my heart and we did the thing and it was good. And then after that, me and Maria went around the Miami shopping district or design district, which was really cute. And I got these little cute Chanel sunglasses and I got some socks because my feet hurt really bad. And then we went and ate some tacos. And then we went to dinner with the whole Buy Repill team. And we went home. But on the way there, nope, I can't even tell my stories because everyone's like, that's negative. But like we were on the tarmac for 3 hours and this lady would not give me water. I was about to fucking fight this flight attendant. I was like drinking. I was like drinking my spit. I felt like SpongeBob in that episode where he's like in Sandy's like house and he's like, yeah, that was me. But then we got there and it was good. And I was actually a little scared of South Beach because I've heard that it can be like a little scary and there like was a shooting, but I wasn't where the shooting was. So I'm okay. And yeah, it was a really good time. And then I spoke for NASN Pro in Dallas on hyperpigmentation. And it was really like a quick little thing. And that was good. And then back to West Palm and this man.
This man.
Oh my God. I'm just like so bad at like, I'm too nice. I'm like way too nice to people that I like should not converse with like at all whatsoever because I feel bad and like.
Feel bad for what?
Being a bitch. Like I just don't want anyone to ever think I'm a bitch. Like that's like my biggest fear in life is like
even
people thinking I'm mean. Yes.
Okay.
Which is why I didn't even want to talk about Donutgate, but you said we should.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared. Like that's my biggest, it is funny, but I just hate being perceived as like a mean girl or a bitch or like not nice because I'm like one of the nicest people I know.
But at the end of the day, it's like people can't treat you any way they want to and do things to you. And you're expected to just sit there and take it because you don't want to be seen as a bitch.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
But it's hard.
Like if this man is going to come harass you, I feel like you can be a bitch. Like, and I don't even think it's being a bitch. It's just being like, you're literally harassing me right now. Go
I know,
away.
but then like the thing is for women though, anytime we stand up for ourselves, it's like, oh, she's sensitive. Oh, she's a bitch.
Yeah, no,
or like,
for sure.
You know, with men, it's like, no, they're just like standing their ground. Like they're being a man, you know?
You should just own
but then
it.
when women are standing up for them, it's like, I know, I need to be better. That's why I'm in therapy, babe. But
yeah. Anyway.
It's a hard time. It's a hard time. But anyways, so I'm on the beach. I'm just chilling. And this man comes up to me and he's like, I don't even remember what happened. Like, to be quite honest, like, I feel like I blocked this whole thing. I have to like take a second to like
No,
re-download all of the information of what happened because it feels like a fucking blur. But anyways, this man comes up and he's just like, what did he ask me? Oh, he's like, what are you ladies doing today? And Maria just like completely like ignore, right? She's so good at this because she like goes out and she's young and she like she's good at it. Like Maria is so good at it. Because after this man left, she's like, why did you even like talk to him? And I was like, guys, I felt bad. She's like, you literally act like they weren't there. Like what you're supposed to do is just like literally look through them and say nothing. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like that's so mean. She's like, it's not mean.
No.
You just like they won't stop.
It's like walking on the street in New York City.
He doesn't give two fucks about what you're doing today. Like he wants to have sex with you.
Absolutely.
I was like, what if he just wanted to be our friend? She's like, he doesn't want to be our friend.
Absolutely
He doesn't want to be our friend.
No,
okay.
You know he does not want to be your friend.
What if he did?
A 50-year-old man goes up to like two pretty 20-year-old.
What if he was gay?
No.
Anyways. And like, obviously I wasn't looking at his like pant area, but Maria was like, he had like a heart on the whole time, which was like scary. And I was like, I didn't even notice. She's like, oh, it was out. Like it was.
Yeah. I mean, Savanna posted videos on her story and it was visible there as well. So,
the boner.
Yeah.
The beach boner. Ugh. Anyway, so he's like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, just chilling, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, like, because I felt like he got the hint because I was just like, ah, ha, ha. Like, you know, like.
I'm married.
Yeah, and I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, yeah, like my husband's like back at home with my baby.
No, Savanna has this funny thing where like anytime a man talks to her, she like even like her like plastic surgeon who was doing her breast reduction, like she has to mention that she has a husband and a baby like 17 times.
Or ask them about their wife.
Or ask them, yeah, are you married? Are you married? Like she. Like,
how's your wife? What's your wife's favorite food? Like, what does your wife like to do? Like, what's your wife's favorite perfume? Oh my god, yeah, same. My husband loves that. Like even if they're like, oh my god, like. They'd be like, oh my gosh, like I just really love surfing. I'd be like, so does Lance. Lance, my husband, he loves to surf.
Has never surfed a day in his life.
I like will always find a way to like circle Lance back in because I just get so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and so instead of like that, she just it's one of the funnier things.
I'm like awful around men. Like I just like completely just start word vomiting about Lance and my like children or child.
Yeah.
But anyways, so then I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm married, like have a kid. And he's like, oh my God, you have a baby. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, got him. Like he's going to leave, right? Like we're good. And then he walks away. He's like, well, have a good day. And I'm like, slay, thank you, bye. And then he leaves. And I'm like, we're good.
Then you're writing something in the sand,
yes.
right?
Then I go to start writing something in the sand. And there he comes back, circles back around like a shark. And he's like, what are you writing in the sand? And I'm like, oh, I'm writing my son's name. Which I wasn't. I was writing wear sunscreen, bitch. And he's just
and so he left again, right?
Yeah, he leaves. Okay, so he starts walking the other way, and then like I finished writing it, and I was like, should I just, because I was starting with where, and I was like, should I just write like Weston and pretend like my kid's name's Weston? And like she's like, no, write what you want to write. Like, fuck this man. Like, just write what you're gonna write. And I was like, okay. I was like, he's gonna come back around and see this as wear sunscreen, bitch. When I told him I was writing my son's name, she's like, who cares? And this is me. Like, I care. I'm like, why do I give a fuck about lying to this random man? Like, and I just didn't mean to say, like, I don't know why I didn't just say, oh, I'm writing wear sunscreen, bitch. I don't know why. Like, I just like the first thing that came out of my mouth was, oh, I'm writing my son's name.
See, goes back to exactly
like fucking like pathological liar about my like husband. I'm like, oh, Lance surfs.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm writing my son's name. Yeah. But for good reason. Okay, I only lie about important things.
He's like, oh, I'm going to chef school. You're like, oh, my husband's a world-renowned chef.
I'm like, that's crazy. He's like actually best friends with Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, then he walked back around. He was like, I thought you were writing your son's name. Why'd you write wear sunscreen, bitch? I was like, 'cause sunscreen's important. And then Maria had my phone 'cause she was going to take a picture of me with my like wear sunscreen, bitch writing in the sand. And she starts recording him. And he's just like asking me all of these questions about like sunscreen. And I'm like, whatever. Like if this man's going to harass me, I'm going to make that check. Like I'm going to make a sale.
Make a sale.
So I'm like, oh, like here's how you make a Skin Better account. Like he puts his name in, like yada, yada, yada. And like my dumbass like gives him my Instagram because I'm like, whatever. Like at least I can make him a customer. Like he knows I'm married. Like it's fine. Like I'm just going to help him. And he's like, well, how do I like get women your age? And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, well, first wear sunscreen. Second, you need Solo and Alpharet. And it's just funny, right? It's just funny. And I'm like, you know what? If you're going to be a fucking creep, I'm putting you on my Instagram. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
and so, unfortunately, Florida's a very, like, conservative state. And it's a two-party consent state, which I didn't know. It's like...
So, later that night, he was messaging her.
Well, he asked me for dinner. Asked to take me to dinner. And I was like, no. And he was like, okay. He's like, well... like, you know, what's your number? And I'm like, 972. Well, shit, I can't tell you all my number, but I was like, I'll think what's my old. I have my old number.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. But she changed like
one number, and then it pops up. Fucking Apple, screw you, or whatever it is that does it. It's like invalid number, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't give him another fake one because then it's going to be like invalid number again. Like, what if this one doesn't work? So I give him my real number because I again, had social anxiety and I didn't know what to do. And because the number came up invalid, he's like, that's the wrong number. You should have just given
him Lance's number.
I don't know Lance's number by heart though.
That's fucked up.
I know. I told you, my brain only like holds so much information.
And it has to be skincare.
Yeah. So anyways, and then he has my number, whatever. He's like, let's go to dinner. I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to text you and you let me know if you want to go. And I'm like,
okay.
And so then I don't answer his text. And then 3 hours later, he's like, what the fuck? Delete me off your Instagram. I didn't give you permission. I'm going to call my attorney. And so I remove it. And then he's like, thank you so much for removing it. I'm downstairs in the lobby if you want to go eat dinner. I'm like, you just threatened to sue me and now you still want to take me to dinner? What the actual fuck, dude? But I didn't say that. I just didn't answer because I'm like...
Yeah, I said block him immediately.
And Maria was like, he definitely saw your story and didn't care because he thought you were going to go to dinner with him. And then the second you ghosted him and didn't answer, that's why he was pissed.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm like, men are so gross. He's like, oh, you can embarrass me on Instagram as long as you still come out with me. But if you're not going to come out with me, delete that shit.
Yeah.
So anyways, I looked it up and Florida's a 2-party consent. So he didn't consent. So I had to delete it. But it was really funny. If you saw it, you're welcome. If you didn't see it, you missed out because it was actually really good. It was some good content. But yeah, that was about it. Florida was good. I'm chilling for a bit. Nothing too crazy going on. Next episode will be with Irvaz and Nancy about the faciality supplements. And then the one after that, I'm going to talk to you guys about some new SBA updates. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. And what else do you have coming up? You're going to...
London. Liverpool. I don't know.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
And Cyrus's birthday.
Cyrus's birthday.
I feel like those are our 2 things on the agenda.
The tag was itching me.
Okay.
I just ripped a tag out of my pants.
Damn Hulk.
It hurt.
Really?
I hate tags.
Oh, Savanna. Yeah. But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Honestly, this was longer than I was expecting us to go.
It was so long.
But we love you guys so much. We hope you have a wonderful week.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes, and Donutgate.
Donutgate. This woman. And I'm not a mean girl, guys. I promise.
I'm a mean boy, so
yeah.
You guys can talk shit about me instead of her.
I'm sorry if I'm negative. That podcast review made me sad, but I guess, am I negative?
No,
I just think a lot of negative things happen to me.
Yeah, well,
I'm that person.
Are you supposed to be like, I love that this girl photoshopped her face on my body, and I love that this guy came and harassed me at the beach, and I love that I had to
walk around with blisters.
Yeah, sorry.
It's life,
This
babe.
is real life, exactly. But
I don't be lying.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.